Okay, I've got Apache 2 up and running. And if you need to reference back to a previous video that we did on installing Apache, you can go find that on this channel. Um, but I've got Apache 2 up and running. And I have a bunch of mods that come preloaded with Apache 2. And I haven't added anything else into it yet. So this is just going to be the ones that we currently have. So I'm going to run Apache 2 CTL. So Apache 2 control dash capital M. I'm going to go ahead and pipe that to more. And this is going to show me all of my loaded modules. So this is great. I can go through and I can see which modules I have, and if I'm looking for something, let's say I want to use PHP on my site, I can look through my modules and see if my server supports PHP. And by default, Apache doesn't. So let's say I wanted to add that in. Well, what I need to do is I would need to look for other modules. So it's apt search lib so lib for library, Apache, spell Apache correctly, 2 dash mod. And this is going to show me all of my Apache modules. Now, this is one of those things you'd probably want to sudo apt update, which I did just 20 minutes ago. So you'd sudo apt update and make sure you got the most recent list, and then you could go through and look for your mods now, or modules. So I want to look specifically for something related to PHP, and I saw one of them there. But let me filter this just to things with PHP. So I'm going to pipe this to grep, and I'm going to grep PHP. And here it's going to give me my current PHP, and I have PHP 7.4, I've got 8.0, I've got 8.1, and then I can choose what I want to activate. So let's say I want to do lib apache 2-mod-php 8.1. So this would be the command. It would be sudo apt install, and then just type in the name, lib apache 2-mod-php 8.1. And this should install the PHP module for Apache for me. So we'll run through the install. And we'll give it just a second here to finish this off. And then I want to show you what is done. Okay, here we go. So now if I do the Apache 2 CTL dash capital M, it should show me right here is my PHP module. So that's cool. It shows me my PHP module is there. And if you remember, in the Apache directory, we have mods-available and mods-enabled. And I can also look for it there. ls-l mods-available. And I could scroll through here and find PHP. Let me pipe that to grep PHP. And there we're going to see here's our PHP. And then if we did the same thing for mods-enabled, it will show us our links. So not only is it in the available folder, it's in the enabled folder. Okay, cool. That means I have that mod or that module enabled or active and enabled. Now, if for some reason I didn't enable, or if I disabled it at some point and wanted to re-enable, it's let me clear the screen here, A2 en mod. So this is just like we did with, and remember these are Ubuntu commands by the way. It's just like we did with enabling a site, A2 en site. This is A2 en mod. And then I specify which one I want, PHP 8.1, and it will tell me this is already enabled. Now I could disable it A2 DIS mod to disable it and then re-enable it using A2 en mod. Now that I've got my new module, I want to restart my Apache server. So it's systemctl restart Apache 2, and I need to sudo that, but let me do it here. There we go. Authentication complete. because I didn't sudo it, but I did have the ability to do it using my account, and we have it up and running. So at this point, Apache now supports PHP, and you do the same thing with any other module that you wanted to include into Apache. Okay, so we have our Apache server installed and running, and now we've seen how we can add additional functionality into the Apache server by adding in additional modules.